Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 Creator Team Career here on the PC with Cadillac Racing. We're down to the final 6 races of the season. No more sprints, it's just straight racing from here to the end of the season. And tonight we're heading to Cota, the Circuit of the Americas, for the United States Grand Prix. So we are 10 days away. I believe we have some bits going through right now. Let's have a look. We have no money. Surprise, surprise. We have some chassis on the way. One is already done. The other one, or the second one, will be ready in 9 days. So the day before we go to Cota. And then the next one will be ready after Mexico. Hopefully in time for Brazil, so we'll have a spare for Brazil, and then we just got to hope we don't break one between Cota and Brazil. We've got some front wings coming, got 3 of those put in. They'll be ready, all 3 of those will be ready in time for Texas. And we have a spare suspension. One has already been done. We're making another one as well, so we should have a couple of those spare. No available slots and no money to make anything else. Research-wise, we've got our chassis and side pods going through. If we take a quick look at next season's rules and regs, you've got a little bit of progress made on the chassis already, which is nice. The front wing is now done to cover off the losses from next season and to make a step forward, so we're gaining 9%, nearly 10% on our tyre wear, which is nice. And then if we take a look at the rear wing also has been done. Actually, that doesn't quite cover off the the low speed loss. Might have to throw another small research project onto that, just to make sure that we definitely cover off the low speed losses. Side pods, we've got one project done so far. We've got another one just starting. Underfloor, we've covered off the losses with the underfloor in pretty spectacular fashion, and again we're making some nice gains there. And the last one that we need to do will be the suspension. We've done a small project, but we need to do a big one, and that's going to be the last ATR period. We'll be sticking all of our hours onto the suspension so that we can really work on improving our tyre preservation and also covering off these losses here as well. So we're looking pretty good, research-wise, for next season. The car is definitely going to take a step forward. How big a step forward in relation to everybody else is yet to be determined. We will find that out in January, I suppose. But as we say, we still have a few races to go until we get to that point. So, last race of this week to set us up with the final 5 for next week. Is 10 days away. Let's advance time. Something purple in the inbox. Ooh, Perez has come back with a counter offer. Let's see what he's expecting. 9 mil and a bigger signing bonus. I think we could maybe. Okay, so I think we can maybe get him where we want him. I definitely don't want him at that wage. I want him down no higher than 9 mil. Ideally, I'd like him at about 8.5. So the question then becomes, how much do I have to add? He wants car 1 look. Well, let's try him in the affiliate role. Let's up his signing bonus. This will be expensive, but it'll be cheaper to give him a big signing bonus than a lot more salary. Let's try that. How you doing, Dino? There we go. So we submitted another contract offer. Let's see if he'll take it. And let's offer Lewis a contract. $48 million. No. No. Oh my word. I don't think we can afford him. A 3-year deal would work. Oh my god. Increasing the signing bonus is going to have next to no effect, I think. Well, it's going to have some effect. See if we can get him up to a 3 mil signing bonus, if that makes it a little bit more feasible. I'm not happy about paying out $1 million if he wins the race, but then having said that, I don't expect us to win a race for a while. What happens if I take that away? Not much. Let's try that. Let's try that. I don't think he's going to accept that offer, but I mean, he's not driving anywhere next season, so it's better than sitting at home, I suppose. Don't think he'll see it that way, unfortunately. Has George signed anywhere yet? No, he hasn't. He's not interested in our team. I genuinely think we could see a situation where George is off the grid next season. We know that Lando is going to Mercedes, so who else is going to Mercedes? Max is out of contracts. Oh, in 2 years. Got all excited for a second then. Charles is out of contract in 2 years. So he's not going anywhere. Oscar is also locked up for another 2 seasons. Alonso, we know, is retiring. Sainz, we know, is going back to Ferrari to replace Hamilton. So it'll be Leclerc and Sainz again. Antonelli is going to McLaren, so he's replacing Norris. Gasly's staying at Alpine. Tsunoda's staying at Aston. Ocon is going to Aston to replace Alonso. Albon's staying at Williams. George won't sign for me. He won't accept an offer because he thinks my team is beneath him. Bortoletto's staying with Audi. I think Behrman's going there as well, isn't he? Or is it? Yeah, Hajar's staying at Red Bull with Max. Behrman's staying at Haas. Oh, Lindblad was the one who's going to Audi. There we go. So Lindblad's off to Audi. Mick, we know he's coming back onto the grids with Alpine next season on a 3-year deal. Freddie Vesti hasn't signed. So, yeah, I'm trying to figure out who is taking the vacant seats. Oh, Magnussen's coming back. He's going back to Haas. Wow. Did not expect that. Iwasa is going back to RB. Hugo is going to switch to Ferrari as an affiliate for Ferrari. Mini is also going to Ferrari's affiliate program. They're leaving Alpine in droves. Dennis Hauger isn't doing anything next season. What about Zhou? Is Zhou... No, Zhou is just open to negotiation. Yeah, I don't know who is taking all of those missing seats. Bobby is still tied up with an affiliate role. Don't tell me Stoffel's getting on the grid. No, he's not. Victor Martin is staying as an affiliate. He's not getting a seat. Zane Maloney is moving to McLaren as an affiliate. Oh, no, no, no. Please tell me no. Oh, he's back on the grid. Damn it. Lance Stroll's coming back on the grid. He's going to RB. Ah, bugger. Oh, well, at least we won't have to deal with him. I hope. Right, let's advance time. Something to do in the inbox. Chassis low stock. Well, we're working on chassis at the moment. Staff results. Drivers are both positive. Very unhappy with car. Neutral and very unhappy with the car. Neutral and very unhappy with the car. Same for Neil and Ricardo. At least our affiliates, our trainee drivers are positive. Pietro's enthusiastic, but he is developmental. And Ricardo is commercial. ERS is in poor condition. We know about that. Suspension. There we go. We have spare suspensions again. Oh, no, wait. These are the two new suspensions, aren't they? These are the new Mark IVs. All right. Let's have a look. Actually, if I go back to chassis, I need to put that on car 2. Who's Magnussen replacing? Ocon. Ocon is going to Aston. So he's taking Ocon's seat. Because Behrman has re-signed. So let's have a look. Chassis 1 and 1. Yeah. Front wing. Let's get them both on the same front wing. I want to see how much these new upgrades are bringing in terms of performance. Both on the same underfloor, and then suspension. There we go. Let's have a look at the difference in performance. Nearly half a kilometre in speed. That's nice. A little bit of extra acceleration. DRS goes up by a tiny amount. Downforce, negligible. No change to dirty air. We are getting a lot in tyre preservation, though. Over 7%, which is nice. Getting a little tiny bit in engine cooling as well. What's that actually do, ranking-wise? Not a huge amount. It does slightly improve our ranking on tyre preservation. But, yeah, no change here, unfortunately. It's still terrible. Right, let's fit Perez with the new bits. We can't do the chassis yet. We've got to wait another couple of days for that. But we can do the suspension. There we go. That's another spare front wing. And we've got the chassis as well now. There we go. Something in the inbox. There we go. Race preview. So, George leads our championship here by a nice, healthy 59 points with just 6 Grand Prix to go. Charles Leclerc pretty much out of it now, I think, given how far back he is. He is, quick mental maths, 86 points behind. Yeah, 86 points away. So that's a very big margin with just 6 rounds to go and no sprints as well. Mercedes have a nice, healthy lead at the top of the constructor standings over Ferrari as well. It is very close, though, between Ferrari and McLaren. Just 19 points between those two. So we've got a good old fight brewing just there. I think Charles, if he can get some good results and take them away from Max, could well be in a good fight with Max for second. But I think this is George's championship to lose. And as yet, he is not on the grid. The second seat at Mercedes has not been declared yet. So he could yet still re-sign. But yeah, it's taking a while. We're into nearly the end of October and he still hasn't signed. And I didn't see who has taken the second seat at Mercedes. It could be a bit of a shock. It could be someone we weren't even looking at. Who knows? Let's take a look at our weather forecast for today. It's going to be a hot one again. Look, race day going to be potentially very hot, 32 degrees. So tyre wear could be an issue. We're going to try, I think, and do I keep the hard tyres available? I think I need to. So we'll go 18th or higher for both. And let's head to Cota.
Welcome to the United States Grand Prix. We're in Austin, but there are no wild cowboys on the track this weekend, just some serious horsepower. It's sure to be a race to remember.
In the Constructors' title battle, it's Mercedes who are currently leading. And with round 19 kicking off, teams can almost see the finish line of the season.
So stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. The weekend starts here.
I'd say less of a Damon Hill, more of a Mansell. Damon Hill had a drive for Arrows the following season. You know, he was willing to look at lower teams. George turning his nose up at the lower teams, very much like Mansell did when he couldn't get his drive back at Williams, and so he just left the sport and went overseas instead. So, yeah, more of a Mansell, I think, than a Hill. We've got to run the rookies today. It's their home race. Got to give them a run out. Let's swap out some parts. We are going to be running a penalty for Valtteri today to put his new powertrain, etc. in. So he will have a lot of penalty points to push him further back. Evening, Farah. Let's start with setups. So for Cota, we want a pretty high front wing, somewhere about 8.5. We want about 13, maybe 12.5 on the rear. We'll go with a 13 on this one. Going to go with a 1.9 on the roll bar. And then we're going to go very high with a camber. Oh, excuse me. I'm just going to increase that slightly. Need to do the parts, don't we? So, engine, we'll go with the 26%er. We'll see. We'll go with a 13% ERS. And the 17% gearbox. So, Jack is going to be driving a milk float today. Fuel. It's normally 16 laps if you want to do 2 runs. I don't know if the tyres will even do 15. So I'm just going to leave 15 laps of fuel in and hope. We need to do parts now for car 2. Got to go with that engine. 2% won't make it. And for gearbox, yeah, got to go with that one. Alright, setup on this car will be slightly different to what we've done on the other car. We're going to go with slightly less front wing and slightly less rear wing, so we'll go with an 8 and a 12.5. We are going to stick with a 1.9 here. I'm going to push this all the way out as well, and then we're just going to increase this a little bit more. Let's see how we do. Logan's car should be quicker, so we'll send him out first. And who else do we have in reserve roles today? Nagel is in for Max.
Radio check.
Victor Martin in for Antonelli again.
Copy, loud and clear.
Porsche in for Sainz. Shields in for Ocon.
Good for me too.
And then our two boys. Interestingly enough, Damon Hill being dropped is one of the reasons, not the only reason, but one of the major contributing factors as to why Adrian Newey left Williams and went to McLaren. And there we go. There's a lap for Jack Crawford. Let's speed time up. Because he was left out of the decision. Yeah, he wanted and had an agreement in principle to have more of a say, more of an input, so that it wasn't just Frank Williams and Patrick Head. That he would have a voice in decisions as well. And then they dropped Hill without consulting him. He felt betrayed by that and left. Let's see how slow the car is with all these damaged parts.
I'm happy with balance.
Very. Very slow. All right. We got some feedback from Logan. 76%. That's not good. Needs a fair bit of work. How are the tyres looking? 42% after 17 minutes. Yeah. These tyres won't last very long in any kind of racing conditions, will they? Should at least be able to get some feedback out of both, though. In fact, actually, let's call Logan Sargent in. Now that he's given the feedback. Just waiting on Jack. So we're going to need to increase the rear wing up to 13, I think. I mean, it could go down to a 12, but I doubt it will. Which means our toe is probably a little too high. Or maybe not high enough. Let's give that a whirl and see how we do with that. Let's put another set of softs on. Send him back out there. Come on, Jack. Give me some feedback before you run out of fuel. Thank you. 73. Oh, we're not even close with Jack either. Alright, let's call him in. So we have worn engine parts for Leclerc and Tsunoda. Let's see if they get replaced before we hit qualifying. There's a good chance they will. So it looks like we're running too much wing on that one. And we're off there as well. Let's bring the front wing down. Let's push that up to there. Again, fresh set of tyres. And out of the pit lane and up the hill into Big Red.
We need a good warm-up on front brakes.
Yeah, copy.
We are going to try and keep that second set of hard tyres. I think we're probably looking at maybe medium hard here today. Maybe medium hard. The tyre wear is usually quite high at Cota. We're probably going to see quite a lot of stops from the AI again. Depending on how many tyres, or how many of them use their hard tyres here in practice. We can already see a few teams have gone out on hard tyres. So Alonso's used a set. Bortoletto and Hulkenberg are both using a set. Hamilton's using a set. And so Behrman and Williams as well. That's out of Sainz's selection. Nagel, that's out of Max's selection.
Any feedback on the car?
Yeah,
So quite a few sets of hards used already. We've actually gone backwards with Sargent. We've gone from great to good. That's not great. Development run is done, so we'll call him straight in. So we went the wrong way with the toe. And that has pushed us the wrong way here as well. There we go. Setup changes applied. Just got to wait now for some feedback from Mr. Crawford. Even his safety clock. Oh, we've gone way backwards with Mr. Crawford. Yeesh. Wow. Okay, so it's a 13.5 on the rear wing. Ouch. Okay, that's now about where it needs to be. That's not quite where it needs to be. But it will be in a second when we bring that back to there. Hopefully that's good. And that's it for our running in this session.
Look for the engine because it's quite inconsistent in terms of power.
So, a little bit of action there at the very end of the session. Yuki Tsunoda's engine went orange, so that'll be replaced. If he's got a spare one, no penalties. But if he doesn't, and I don't think he does, then that might be a grid drop for a new engine. And a spin for Albon in close proximity to Alonso. Who ended up top in that session. So Porsche, that's Sainz, will have a penalty applied, as will Lawson and Lindblad. I think these are likely to be part penalties. And we are ready to stick our regular drivers into the car on a set of mediums. Save those hard tyres for the race. And let's go with 36 laps of fuel. I doubt we'll make 36 laps out of these tyres, but we'll go as long as we can. Again, this is working on the double plus a couple principle. It's 32 laps if you want 2 separate runs in total. So add an extra 4 in for the time when we would normally be changing the setup. Should theoretically take us roughly to the end of the session.
So now we have green light.
And out they go. Looks like Hamilton's following us out.
And we need a good warm-up on the brakes.
Copy.
I think it's Hamilton.
Just manage your tyres as you wish.
Copy that.
Yes, it is. Right, let's speed time up.
How will this guys?
Anything interesting happen in practice 1 in
We need to
Mexico,
work on
Clark?
the tires. Keep the temperature on the tires.
They're still the same.
Oh, no. No. Oh, it's ERS. That's fine. But that ERS has now died. He can still keep running. But that will have to be changed for the final session. Where is Perez actually? Oh, there he is. Just hiding behind Lindblad. He should still be quicker than Valtteri, even though he's got no battery. Because neither of them are really using their batteries. Alright, that is a step forward for Perez.
I'm happy with the balance.
93%, that's a big step forward. Still not perfect, but getting closer.
Is the delta working properly?
And try to work on your front tires.
Feedback from Valtteri is at 91%, so massive step forward for him. Again, still some work to do for practice 3. Tyres down to 30%. We've only done half the session. Oh boy.
How are we looking?
They've been underheating the whole
And try
time,
to
so that
keep
has
the
not
temperature
helped.
on tires.
Alright, let's call them in now. And we'll make some changes, slap on a set of softs that are going to get handed back anyway. Just missed Perez.
Boxing this lap.
He was in the final corner when I made the call, so he's going to do another lap. Oh, no, I can't. I've got to keep him out there, because otherwise he's not going to be able to run for the rest of the session because of his ERS. It won't let me send him back out. So we'll have to keep him out and just hope that we can squeeze a few more laps out of him before he has to box.
So limiter should be on now.
But we
Just stop
can
on the
definitely
marks.
send Valtteri back out again. And we're going to have 2 sets of softs for qualifying. Alright, that's a 3.7. So now we need to just bring our camber down. And our toe. Need to adjust the front wing slightly more as well. I think we have to push the front wing up a bit. So I can bring that down. I am wary that we're going to break the rear wing though with a 9. Oh, this is tricky. I'm trying to get this just right. Let's try that. That gives me a little change there, little change there, little change there, and hopefully a big enough change there. Reduce the run plan.
tire phase update when you can.
Yeah, keep going, Checo.
Vibrations are increasing.
Understood? And box, this one box, bit confirmed.
Okay, copy.
Might well puncture on the way back to the pits here.
Coming past you now. Reminder for brake temperature.
Okay.
I'm expecting the tyre to pop every time we hit a curb. So far, so good. Can we actually make it back without a pop?
Disney.
Yes, we can. Just.
Speed limiter on and speed limiter on. And stop on the marks.
And Hajar hustling us into the pit lane. All right. 93%, so... Is that going to be enough? Don't know if that's going to be enough. Hopefully it will be. Don't think it'll let me go back out again. We shall see. Let's check in with Valtteri. There he is. Tyres still coming up to temperature. We're not going to get full feedback from Valtteri. Yeah, well, let me send him back out and look because of the ERS. At least we got a good run out of Checo. Up to 39% track knowledge. Three out of 5. We should get 4 out of 5. Pretty comfortably with Valtteri here. If we're really lucky, we may yet get 5 out of 5, but I don't think we will. It'll be tight. Maybe we might get it on the way back to the pits if we're really lucky.
Check your flag.
Yes, we did. Oh, look at that. And we're optimal. We're bang on. We're at 100%. Beautiful stuff. Anyone else with additional penalties? Yeah, Yuki Tsunoda has got a penalty for a new engine. Into the final practice session. A few little bits to tweak and change. Soft tyres and 17 laps, 18, 19, 20. There we go. Again, we won't make it that far. We're going to change the ERS because that has now died. So, last ERS. Speaking of ERS units, I have done it there. Okay. Out they go.
Green light.
Right, so I want to figure out, I think that's battery at 99%. Yeah, so that's battery. We know that these are tyre conditions, gear, speed, lap number, and lap time. The position is dead at the moment, we don't have that. Not sure if that's split time for the sectors, or if it's gap. It might be gap to the car in front. I have to pay a bit more attention to that in the Grand Prix, I think. See if we can decipher all of the wheels. Little bits of information. So we're almost there with Valtteri. This run will get him there for sure. If we're lucky with Perez, we can get him up to 100 on this run as well. Tyres have only done 6 laps and they're below 50%, or nearly below 50%. Just looking at track knowledge. There we go, 50% gets us 8 laps done, 9 laps if you include the out lap. Still not quite there with Valtteri. Come on, Checo, give me 100. 97.
When you can.
Yeah, keep it.
Yes, confirm.
There we go. Valtteri's at 100. So Valtteri's done.
Yeah, copy.
Checo is down 3% on setup and down 4% on track knowledge. So he's not done.
Copy.
We will send him back out. I think. Actually, no. Let's not. Let's not put any extra strain on his last remaining ERS unit.
Okay.
We'll keep
Watch
him
your
out for an
speed.
extra lap instead.
The pit lane. Stop on the marks.
Tire phase update when you
Okay,
can.
just get him past the pit lane.
I am
Now we'll call him
traveling
in. He may well have to limp back on 3 wheels. – 7% on the tyres. And it's the right-hand tyres.
Yep.
Danger corner. Oh, he's okay. Nope, nope, he's not okay. Yeah, just coming off that corner was enough.
We have a puncture.
Yes, we have a puncture. Track knowledge is almost there, but not quite. I'm hoping the setup is going to be a very easy little tweak to get it to 100, but I get the feeling it probably won't be. Never is when you really need it.
Italy.
Speed limiter on. So stop on the marks.
Right, what needs to change? Yeah, it's never straightforward. It could go either way, so I'm not gonna mess with it. We'll just go in at 98% prep. It's good enough, I think. I mean, given Perez's performances, I don't think an extra 2% will make that much difference. Leclerc, looks like his engine part's gone orange.
Quiet, big vibration.
Yep, so that'll be replaced just in time for quali, but that might be a penalty for him for an unallotted part. Or unallocated part, as I should say, outside of his allocation. Still waiting to see. Tsunoda still has some damage despite taking a penalty. He's still got something a bit iffy in that car. Unless he's damaged on the floor, which is possible. Into the last 7 minutes. Yeah, Alonso is looking quick today, isn't he? Topping the session yet again. Topped FP1. I forget who topped FP2, but Alonso topping FP3 right now. There we go. He tops the session. So, Sainz, well, we know he's got a penalty. Lawson, Lindblad, Tsunoda. We won't know about Leclerc until we get into qualifying. We're at 100% prep with Valtteri and 98% prep with Checo. Let's get ready for qualifying.
We're moving on now to the all-important qualifying session.
Drivers need to get into Q3 if they want to make the top half of the grid. With only 10 slots available, it's a fight nobody wants to lose.
Now, there's been a bit of talk about Sergio Perez of late. How's he going to be feeling, do you think?
It hasn't been a great showing from the team's drivers so far. Neither will want to be left behind, and I'm sure they'll both be looking to pull ahead today.
So get yourselves comfortable. It's going to be quite the ride.
Right then, into qualifying. Who did top practice 2? Max top practice 2. Okay. Let's get some good bits into the car. So we are taking penalties for Valtteri today, so that he'll be free and clear for Mexico. There we go. He will be effectively starting from the back of the grid with a 21 place penalty. But we'll send him out to do a lap just to see what kind of pace he's got.
Green light.
Break in that new engine. So Leclerc has still got something iffy in his car as well. And is he going to have a penalty? No, he's not.
Copy.
So whatever they replaced was within allocation. But there's still something a little dodgy in that car. Same for Tsunoda, except he has taken a penalty. Evening, Esparza.
So you're in a good position.
Time to start our flying lap as Alex Albon exits the pits. Is that going to be awkward into Big Red?
And track is clear, track clear. Charge button off.
There he is. It is going to be awkward.
It got completely blocked there.
Copy that.
It's frustrating because I'm not running Valtteri again. This is the only lap he's doing. Let's switch over to Perez, who will be qualifying normally. Hopefully he can do well. He's 2/10 slower than Valtteri. Albon gets out of the way. Still got a fair amount of battery left, 82% in the battery. Tyres are taking a pummeling though, they're down to 90%, we haven't even finished the lap yet. So 1:35.8 is Valtteri's time. Perez half a second slower. See what Albon does. Not sure whether to stick with that livery for Williams or change it for next season. I have some options. We get now Albon's way. A little bit of revenge there. Perez playing blocker. Not a good first sector for Charles Leclerc. 25.8. 0.6 down on Albon. Potentially getting held up by a McLaren of Oscar Piastri. .38.2. It's purple so far. Not a good sector for Gasly either. Maybe he got held up in big red. 37.6. That's a very good middle sector for Charles Leclerc.
So stopping on the marks.
So Albon goes top with a 134.0. 1.3 seconds quicker than Ocon. But Leclerc is on course to actually beat that time.
And stop on the marks.
He's up by a couple of tenths. No, actually, they're about neck and neck. But now he's a couple of tenths up. There we go. 0.236 faster. Here comes Liam Lawson and Nico Hulkenberg. And Gasly as well. Is the car just about to come into shot? Oh, missed it. So Lawson goes second. Hulkenberg goes third. Gasly up to fifth, a long way off. That's a very quick time from both Lawson and Hulkenberg. Now Yuki Tsunoda goes top by a tenth. See how Piastri does. Lindblad with a decent first sector as well. 25.2, actually up a tenth over Oscar at the moment. Sainz goes purple in the first. As he slots on past Yuki Tsunoda. Alonso exiting the pits to start his outlap. And it didn't look particularly quick, but Piastri does go top and by 2.5 tenths. That's actually a much better lap than I thought it was going to be. Sainz, though, is absolutely flying at the moment. He is purple in the first and second sectors. Lindblad's up into second place. Track must be improving quite rapidly. We've got a yellow flag. Is that a lock-up at turn 10? No, Antonelli running wide at turn 17.
Here we are now, down at turn 17. And wide they go, leaving the racing line. Perhaps a little lapse in concentration, maybe.
Maybe. So, around the final corner then for Sainz to go top. Does not go purple, but does go top by over 3 tenths. Some strong pace there. What is the track looking like? Well, you can see it is definitely starting to ramp up a bit. Right, Perez will be starting his flying lap in just a moment.
Track is clear. Track is clear. Charge button off for last corner. Charge button off.
See if we can get a clean run. That Alpine in front of us is pushing. That has got to be Colapinto. Yes, it is. There is a Haas that's slow. That's Behrman on an outlap, I think. .25.4, that's not bad. George's lap isn't looking too special. Antonelli's is looking pretty quick. He's up by half a second on Russell at the moment. Antonelli goes second by just 0.04 of a second. Here comes Russell up to the line. He's only good enough for P11. He's a second off the pace. All right, come on, Perez. Bring it home with a nice little improvement, please. As Colapinto goes to 12th. Still a number of cars that have yet to set a time. Hamilton, Verstappen, Hadjar, Alonso, they're all on a lap at the moment. Perez does improve up to 14th. Reminder, we're not running Valtteri again because he's got a 21 place penalty for a new engine, gearbox and ERS unit. I was trying to click on Max. Max goes 4th. Alonso 9th, Hamilton 3rd. Behrman and Bortoletto also completing their laps. A little bit of traffic here in front of Bortoletto. And across the line, it's 9th place for Bortoletto. What about Behrman? Behrman goes 11th. All right, let's get some new tyres on for Checo. No, he's not back to the garage yet. He's about to.
Pit
limiter on, please. And stop on the marks.
So, yeah, I can't see us progressing from the session with Checo, unfortunately. But we'll run it anyway, just to see what happens. Leclerc leaving the pits. There he goes. George going back out as well. And we're going to pop out just in front of Antonelli. Oh, that's not a good place to be. Means we're going to get hassled and harried all the way around the lap. You know what? Let's take manual control of our outlap here, so we can try and keep tyre temps manageable.
At the end of the lap, it will be just charge button off.
Copy.
This does mean it'll be a much faster outlap than we normally do. Who knows, it might even help with traffic. Then again, it might just put us closer and closer to cars in the way. And because we're on a manual outlap, everyone else is pulling out of the way.
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Okay, copy.
And you can use all the boost bar.
Copy.
So tyres are definitely going to be under temperature for the first few corners. But I'm hoping by bringing them in like this, they will not fall apart quite so quickly at the end of the lap. I don't know if that's going to do us any favours, though. Out of the way gets Bortoletto. Or is that Hulkenberg? It might be Hulkenberg. It's kind of immaterial. There we go. Tyres are fully up to temperature, but it was not a great first sector as a result. I'm hoping for a good middle and final sector, though. I was expecting it to be an 85-degree kick-in period on the tyres, not 95. Otherwise, I would have pushed them a little bit harder, a little bit sooner. George pumps in a mighty first sector there. Goes 25.0 and purple. Fractionally quicker than Antonelli. So once again, Mercedes showing some pretty ominous-looking pace. Top three cars, Mercedes, Williams and McLaren, all have Mercedes engines. Russell goes purple in the middle as well. Perez is not improving at all, look. And now his tyres are hot. Evening PR Gamer. Yeah, no improvement. That's disappointing.
And try to cool down the tires as much as possible.
Very disappointing.
Copy.
And charge button on.
Copy. Copy.
So we're out. 21st and 22nd. No surprise there. Russell has gone top by about over 2.5 tenths. Norris currently at risk. And right behind his teammate who's on an in-lap, I think. Yeah, not a great start to the lap there for Norris. Not really able to attack the final corner, thanks to Oscar there. Our game does not have papaya rules. Colapinto is improving. Can he get out the session? Yes, he can. He's into 9th. Is he safe? I think he probably is. Norris goes purple in the first sector. Hulkenberg is out along with Alex Albon. That's a shock. Esteban Ocon is out as well, along with our two drivers. Alonso is putting in an improved time. Lawson's on his way back to the pit, so Lawson is looking like he's going to get eliminated here. turns 18 and 19 to finish the lap. To knock out Liam Lawson. As Alonso jumps up to 10th. Norris goes second. And at the end of Q1, it is Mercedes power in first, second, third, fourth and fifth. Let's see who sticks it on pole, barring penalties. Hamilton gets pole position ahead of Max Verstappen, so all those Mercedes engines don't actually get the front row at all. George takes third, Sainz is fourth with a penalty, fifth is Kimi Antonelli, sixth is Fernando Alonso, seventh is Lando Norris, eighth Oscar Piastri. Leclerc, whose title chances are all but finished, is down in ninth place now, and Colapinto makes the top 10. Eliminated in Q2 then was Ollie Behrman, Arvid Lindblad, Gasly, Tsunoda, Hadjar and Bortoletto. We have penalties to be applied to a few drivers there as well as Valtteri, which is why we didn't run him again. So we're going to get ourselves set and prepped. I am going to disappear for about 5 minutes. Nature is calling. I absolutely have to go and answer, or else it's going to get very messy.
We're not far off now here in Austin as the drivers ready themselves for this 56-lap race.
The Circuit of the Americas is definitely a track that rewards bravery on the brakes, just like when Lewis Hamilton passed Sebastian Vettel unbelievably late here to take the win in 2012.
The track in Austin is a contradiction. It's high speed, but drivers need a decent amount of downforce to make good on overtaking. Having the grip to outbrake opponents here is key. The teams are making their final preparations down in the pit lane, ahead of today's race.
And we're back. Sorry for the delay, but while there may be some streamers who are more than happy to make a mess of themselves and then proudly proclaim it, weirdly, on TV, on camera, I am not one of them. So let's take a look at the amended race grid after penalties are applied. Hamilton and Max still occupying the front row. It's an all Mercedes second row with George ahead of Kimi. Alonso is P5 ahead of Norris, Piastri, Leclerc in 8th, Colapinto 9th, Behrman now promoted into the top 10 at Haas's home Grand Prix. Good for them. So 11th is now Gasly, then Hadjar, Bortoletto, Sainz down to 14th place with the 10th place penalty. Then it's Hulkenberg from Alex Albon, Esteban Ocon, Perez gets up to 18th place. Lindblad gets a 13th place penalty, so that'll be an engine place and then 3 places for taking out his teammate in last night's race. Lawson down 10 places as well, and then Tsunoda and Valtteri both taking 21 place penalties, so they are starting from the very, very back of the grid. Evening, Daniel. Let's get our cars sorted. So no need to change any parts. Let's take a look at strategies. Is that quicker? By a couple of seconds. But it all depends on whether or not these tyres will need to be fired up or not. So we'll see how that goes. That is the planned strategy. We will delete that and do this. This is why we saved those hards. Let's put in 1 extra lap of fuel. Not going to do any pushing off the line, and we are good to go. Let's send them to the grid for the start of the United States Grand Prix.
The anticipation is really building here. The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing with excitement. As we get to this race, our focus shifts to Valtteri Bottas.
There's no hiding from the fact that this is going to be a difficult one. P22 and a strong field that won't want to yield.
But there's no more time left. We've got a race on our hands.
I think that's the first time this year we've seen the livery glitch
Here we go.
like that.
It's the United States Grand Prix. And it's lights out.
Looks
and
like a
away
good
we
start
go.
off the line for Verstappen. But George on those soft tyres is looking to take the place from him. And does. Alonso is trying to take Antonelli's position and does. So the soft tyres getting a good launch. Antonelli fights back and reclaims 4th position. No change for Perez or Valtteri. They stay where they are. We've got a lot more soft runners than I was expecting to see. And Perez is going to come under a lot of pressure very quickly with some soft tyres behind. and a lot of new engines as well. We've got the slipstream. Will that give us the edge? Yes, it will. Lindblad has to pull back in again. Still the only driver yet to score a point, Arvid Lindblad. Every time he's looked like he might be close, he's then had a penalty that's dropped him down the order and made it harder for him to stand that chance. He's had a few good qualifying sessions and then been bumped back down the order again.
On. Yeah, copy.
Charge button on.
Copy.
DRS is enabled. Sonoda ahead of you. Sonoda 0.5.
So once again, we are going to be in a situation if someone gets an issue. It's Hulkenberg. 1 lap done.
The upshift's degrading. Upshift.
And he develops gearbox issues, which will plague him for the rest of this Grand Prix. Once again, we're going to be slow at the start, but the pace will come back to us as other teams start to box. Deliberately saving the extra fuel for now. I don't want to push the temperatures of the engines up too much while we're in the dirty air, but as the pace of the cars in front starts to dip, as their tyres wear out, we will then start to push fuel and battery and try and capitalise on that with a couple of quick overtakes, hopefully. Here comes Lindblad. Should get that move done, but we know how good Perez is in defence. Not good enough this time, it would seem.
Alright, let's concentrate.
Still just about hanging on to Lindblad at the moment. I think we're about to get dropped though. Again, saving the battery for now. As Sonoda has a little look at Lawson, couldn't find a way through. So I'm curious as to what is broken in Sonoda's car. If he took 21 place penalty, that's got to be just the 2 parts that he took, not 3. Otherwise, he would have no issues with his car at all anymore. Leclerc's up to 8th. No way, he started 8th, didn't he? So no change for Charles Leclerc, still in 8th place. Colapinto still 9th, Behrman still 10th. Russell has caught and passed Hamilton. Max is there as well, so we've got a 3-car breakaway at the front. A win for Max tonight would really make things interesting in the championship as he closes the gap further to George. A win for George and a bad result for Max could pretty much seal the championship for George. We do still have 5 races to go, but he's got a nice little lead as it is. And I say Leclerc currently toiling to nowhere really in 8th place and dropping away from the McLarens. Is a long way back now. So I think his title chances are gone this season. There is still a chance for Ferrari in the constructors, but on the face of today, looks like it's going to be advantage Mercedes. All right, we're 4 laps in. Now we're going to start to push the battery.
And more energy available.
Still going to hang on to the fuel though.
Okay for mode push.
Copy.
And Russell is pushing hard, and Max gets past Hamilton. The softs giving up already. We've only done 4 laps. And Antonelli is all over the back of Hamilton now. We have offered Hamilton a contract for next season, given that he's out of contract and not signed anywhere yet. It'll break the bank to sign him, but performance-wise, it could be worth it. Evening, Victor. Yeah, Hamilton's dropped way off the back of Verstappen. Part of that will be having to defend against Antonelli, but I think his soft tyres might be struggling. Tsunoda is past Lawson. Here comes Kimi. Just can't quite get alongside enough. George has checked out a little bit at the front. Let's go back to Checo. Still ahead of Tsunoda. Lawson's dropped out of range and Valtteri's now lining up for a move. And Perez's tyres not in temperature window. That's interesting. All right, let's push the fuel a little bit.
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Okay.
From tyre points of view, we don't think lift and coast is necessary.
Track temperature 33 degrees. I'm wondering if the hard tyres will actually stay fired up enough now. You see Tsunoda going up the inside of Perez as we go up the inside of Lawson. Alonso with a fault.
The deployment issue seems quite big.
So he's got some battery issues developing. Let's have a look at the forecast. So we are going to get some sun back out around lap 15 or so.
Okay, next couple.
A little bit of cloud and then the sun will be back out again. Hopefully tyre temps won't be an issue at that point. Perez trying to stay with Tsunoda. He'll get DRS. And we've almost dropped Lawson already. Hamilton's now 4.5 seconds behind Max. Antonelli not able to get through. Perez closing back in on Tsunoda, but he won't get past. Not yet.
And you are doing a good job on tires. Keep it like
See
this.
the engine temps already starting to climb. Bortoletto and Hulkenberg swap places. Or is that Ocon and Bortoletto? I think it's Ocon and Bortoletto. Might have kept the DRS. And Lawson's into the pits, so he does 6 laps on his softs and says that's enough for me.
push on.
Copy.
Charge button on.
Okay.
And a set of mediums going
We
on
need to do
for
more
Liam
lift
Lawson
and coast.
there.
Please increase by 10%.
Yes, copy.
Antonelli again has DRS to Hamilton, but he's too far back, I think, to actually make the move. Yeah, definitely too far back. '18th or higher is the target for both of our drivers tonight, which I do think is achievable. Don't think points are achievable today, though. As Lindblad moves past Nico Hulkenberg. Ooh, Antonelli got overtaken by Alonso. Fights back and retakes the position through the S's. And Hampton's early pace is just gone. Look, he's now 7 seconds off the back of Verstappen, who's now slowly starting to chip away at George. And Antonelli could be in real trouble here against Alonso. Leclerc's got an issue.
Problem, engine.
Ah, dear. So they didn't fix the engine. Must have been the gearbox that they switched out. And here comes Alonso up the inside. Can he move it around the outside? I don't think he's got the space. No, he doesn't. If Antonelli can't get back onto Hamilton's DRS, though, Alonso will probably get him up into turn 1, into Big Red. Lindblad and Hulkenberg still fighting over 17th. Track temperature starting to go up a little bit now that the sun is getting closer to coming back out. And Antonelli's pace has just dropped away at the moment. Up the inside goes Fernando Alonso and completes that move emphatically. It's put Piastri in a position to have a real good look at Antonelli as well. So not going well for Kimi at the moment. I think Valtteri's probably got a little bit more pace than Perez, but can't get past in the dirty air at the moment. Let's put him into a position where he's got a chance.
Quite consistent.
Mode push, please. Mode push.
Copy.
Yeah, Piastri has now jumped Antonelli, so Antonelli's pace is dropping away significantly. Not sure what's going on with Kimi. Tsunoda gets past Hulkenberg. He continues to fall down the order.
Charge button on. Charge button on.
Copy.
Tyres are behaving as expected so far.
Okay to push harder through 6 and 7, if you can.
Come on, Valtteri.
Energies are good.
Copy, mate.
All right, he's definitely going to be close enough to Perez this time around. Perez might get a slipstream from Hulkenberg, which would make things a bit more complicated. Oh, God, Perez just not wanting to cooperate again.
Charge on.
All right, let's get Perez past Hulkenberg then.
ERS.
Copy.
And there we go, Hamilton into the pits. So the first of the front runners to box. There we go, finally click on him. He's already made his stop. He's gone onto hard tyres. Bortoletto's in and Hulkenberg's coming. Of course, Hulkenberg's coming in. Is it going to be a stacking situation? Nope, they clear the bay just in time. Bad stop, though. Hard tyres have gone on. Very slow getting out of the box. Hard tyres onto Bortoletto as well. And Hulkenberg is now going to be a little bit adrift at the back of the grid. Hamilton's down in 17th place after his stop, and he's only just in front of us. I don't think this is going to work out particularly well for Lewis, stopping this early. Sainz gets past Hadjar. Hadjar trying to fight back. Sainz does his special move. No collision this time, but Hadjar has the inside line through turn 17 and holds the position. He should just get DRS off the Colapinto as well. Evening, Isle of Man.
Charge on.
Copy.
I know it's been a long time since you've been here. Welcome back. So at the end of lap 12, Russell leads from Verstappen by just over 2 seconds. Bit of a gap back to Alonso, who is in third, ahead of both of the McLarens of Piastri and Norris. Then it's Antonelli, Leclerc, Behrman, Gasly, Colapinto. Hadjar is 11th, 12th is Sainz, 13th Albon, 14th Esteban Ocon, Tsunoda in 5th, about 6 seconds behind Ocon. Then Lindblad, Hamilton in 17th is right behind him, having stopped and looking to move back up through the field quickly here as he has a look into turn 19. Gets alongside and that move is done. Then it's Perez and Valtteri. Bortoletto, Lawson and Hulkenberg have all stopped.
Tires are ready.
Copy.
And we are getting into our pit windows. And we can treat our tyres a little bit more aggressively.
So increase pushing status.
you could save less?
No, unfortunately I don't remember you, but the fact that you were watching when I had only 550 subs means that was a good 8 years ago. And I haven't seen your name pop up in the chat for a very long time, so... Unless, of course, you've changed it since then. All right, Antonelli and Leclerc both coming in. Can Ferrari get their car ahead here? Decent stop, but it's a good stop for Mercedes as well. No change to position. Hamilton goes through. Just see him going into turn one now, with Lindblad behind. Perez gets through. So does Valtteri, but can Valtteri get past Antonelli? No, he can't.
Mode push.
Copy.
What about tyres?
Starting to struggle with traction.
Pace hasn't been where I thought it would be for us today. This is a little bit of a disappointment. Verstappen now just about a second behind George, just out of DRS at the moment, but very, very close. Piastri and Norris, I say, lining up on the back of Alonso, and then Alonso and Piastri both pit. Norris will continue. He's on those hard tyres, so should go a bit longer. And there's a chance for Piastri here. Can he get out ahead of Alonso? No, Alonso is able to get back in front. Behrman, Sainz and Lindblad all coming in as well now.
He does have DRS on you.
And through with ease goes Charles Leclerc. We've got a yellow flag. Someone run wide, or is that a collision?
Yeah, copy.
It's Yuki running wide.
Right, so this was the fourth corner. And they just can't keep on the track. That won't do the floor of the car any good at all.
Trying to keep up with Hamilton there. Perez is still somehow keeping Antonelli at bay. And not for much longer. There we go. Antonelli's through. He will have the DRS as well. Don't know if Leclerc is close enough. He's not.
Race is long. Gap to him 1.7.
Charge on.
Right, George is in.
Yep.
Medium tyres. So Max goes through into the lead. Can Norris get past George? He should be able to just. Colapinto comes in from 5th place. There's George just behind the leaderboard. There he is. Albon's in as well. Medium tyres for Albon, hard tyres for Colapinto. we are going to go one more lap with Checo.
So box now, box.
Because we're going to box Perez this lap.
Yeah,
Valtteri
Along
this
the
lap.
straights here. It's there for the taking.
As Leclerc jumps us, and with DRS as well. Evening, Adrian.
and try to cool down the tires as much as possible.
Got it.
We're up to 13th and 14th, but we're going to lose all those positions again when we box. We're going to come out last. Problem with sights.
No hydraulics, I think.
He had that issue last night as well. So Hamilton's got himself back up to 7th place. He's lost a lot of ground to George Russell. And still can't get through as Tsunoda and Alonso are scrapping. Alonso has stopped, Tsunoda hasn't, and now he's holding up his teammate with Piastri snapping at his heels. Fernando needs to find a way through, and quickly. We've got the yellow flag, and that's Valtteri. He's spun out.
So let's take a look at the replay. Oh, all right so far. Whoa, and there it goes.
Oh,
And once it
was
started, they were
very
pretty
close.
powerless to do anything.
Very close to the Williams there. That's not good. Not good at all for Valtteri. That's going to hurt his confidence. Yeah. Just outside of high confidence now. Tsunoda finally gets out of the way and boxes. And we've got another yellow flag. And that is Antonelli.
Watch for yellows.
Oh, yeah, copy.
Sympathy spin there from the Mercedes driver. He's driving very slowly to let everyone else through. There we go. Into the pits comes Valtteri. Out he goes.
You're in clear air.
All right, let's get these tyres fired up.
Car in front is Nico.
How far back are we? Oh, 20 seconds. Ugh.
You can't save less.
Norris and Russell scrapping over second. Norris still hasn't stopped. Gasly's into the pits. George just not quick enough to get the move done into turn 1 here. Hamilton still hasn't got past Ocon either. Alonso's right there, so's Piastri. It's a bad stop here for Gasly as he puts on a set of hard tyres. Perez comes into the pits now. Okay, stop, 2.6. I never actually saw the time on Valtteri's stop.
Will be clear.
Let's have a look, see what it was. I doubt it'll be very good. 2.59, yeah, too slow. Way too slow.
Next car in front is Hulkenberg.
And behind we have Bottas.
Yeah, our pace is terrible. We might even struggle to get our cars into the top 18 tonight, based on the evidence of the first 20 laps or so. So Hadjar into the pits. Russell has cleared Norris now. Hamilton's still stuck behind Esteban Ocon. That's not a good stop for Hadjar. That's going to cost him. Hamilton under pressure from Alonso as well, and Alonso is through. And despite carrying some issues with his car, he has been looking pretty impressive today as Fernando. Tyres should be just about hitting the window now for Valtteri. There we go. They're in the window, finally.
But the car's definitely not happy. Surely some kind of fault.
Problems for Liam. We need all the help we can get right now. Cota has not been kind to us so far this year.
Tire temps are good.
Okay.
Oh, Alonso's fault gets worse.
I don't have deployment.
His battery has gone from yellow to orange. And Ocon is into the pits. That will release Alonso, Hamilton and Piastri. Ooh, soft tyres. Interesting. Yeah, we don't have any pace at all. Problem for Antonelli.
And as far as we can tell, they've got a fault with the car.
And tyres are not staying fired up. Worried about that. This is what I saved that fuel for, to try and keep the temperature in the tyres, and it's not working. So we might have to rethink our strategy here. We won't have any issues keeping the softs fired up. They are looking like they might perform slightly above prediction. In which case, maybe 2 sets of softs at the end would be better. Or maybe just a set of mediums again. That's a long way to go. We'll keep an eye on that. All right, Max finally boxes from the lead. That will put George back ahead. He's going soft tyres. Norris coming in this lap as well. He might come out behind Alonso, Piastri and Hamilton. He's going soft tyres. Don't know if Charles will be able to get through. Let's look for Norris. No, Norris is actually... There's Norris. So he has got through. And we are just toiling in obscurity here at the back of the grid. Just not showing anywhere near the kind of pace we need to, really, to move forward.
So next car, Perez. Mode push.
Copy.
Yeah, look how far back we are from everybody else. I mean, we were due for a bad race, pace-wise, considering how well we've done in recent races. Oh, Sonoda's out.
Sonoda struggling.
Sonoda into the wall.
There's a yellow flag now.
BSC. Stay as close as you can to zoom.
Oh, that's a hefty hit. That's a very hefty hit. He had new engine parts in his car tonight as well, and they will have taken a bit of a knock from that that impact there.
Charge button on, charge button.
Let me see it from another angle. You see the back just snap round there after the front makes contact. Going to be quite a few broken bits on the car.
Garage, that was a tough moment to watch.
So that helps us. Lawson is boxing.
A crash in the main straight, on the left, crash in the main straight.
Is he okay?
Yes, he seems to be fine. So watch for debris.
Can we actually get out ahead of Lawson with both cars? No, we can't. He gets out between our two drivers, so Lawson taking advantage of the safety car for a cheaper pit stop there, and it worked out for him.
.35 laps to go at the end of this one.
Our tyres are going to drop out of temperature again.
Energies are good.
Copy.
But if we're going to go back onto mediums, we do need to save a little bit of tyre wear.
Copy.
Trying to get the engine temps down a little bit as well. Looks like we might possibly be able to get DRS off the back of Lawson when this safety car ends and we go back to green flag. Then again, he's on soft tyres, so maybe not. He may just drop us like a hot potato. Temps too low. Way too low now. There we go. Back to racing conditions.
Yeah, it was safety car ending.
Yeah, copy.
Use the energy.
Yeah, copy.
DRS is enabled. No more lift at coast.
Copy.
Motor push.
Lawson's just dropped us like crazy. He's already straight onto Perez. I think he'll have DRS as well. See if that rear wing opens. Yes, it does. So Perez is about to get dropped down to 20th.
We're happy with time management.
Unless he can somehow hold him off. He has, for now. This might give Valtteri an opportunity to get back in range. So he tries to force his way through again. Yeah, we didn't get the DRS, but can we get a slipstream? Not really. Again, Lawson is frustrated. And we are 18.5 seconds behind Nico Hulkenberg, who has not been quick today. That says everything about our pace.
Look good.
Copy.
Once again, Valtteri's going to miss out on DRS. I don't understand why Valtteri just hasn't had any pace today. He's normally a couple of tenths quicker than Checo. He hasn't been able to get close to him all Grand Prix. Ooh, lock up for Esteban Ocon at turn 1.
Now this was at
Top of the
turn
hill,
1.
big red.
Struggling with the car, and they'll need to be mindful of the effect that that had on the tyres.
Didn't cost him as much as it could have done. At least he kept it on the track.
What about tyres?
That's still okay.
And charge button on, charge button on.
Copy.
This time, Lawson will get us, I think. No, again, Perez is able to keep him behind. Say what you want about Perez, he may not have pace, but he's got great defensive skills. Ocon's into the pits following his lockup. Still going to come out in front of us, though, I think. Another set of soft tyres for Esteban Ocon. And still, I can't get the DRS. Oh, come on, Valtteri. The dirty air is absolutely ruining us.
Okay, mate.
Try to look after the tires.
Okay.
Alright, this time we're going to get it on Lawson. But Lawson's got it on Perez. So we're not going to get past Lawson, I don't think.
Cool your tyres.
Okay.
And charge button on. Charge button on.
Copy.
Bortoletto into the pits, and he will also get out in front of us. So our usual strategy of being able to get ahead of people when they make their second stop is not working at all. Hulkenberg's in. Hulkenberg we might be able to jump. Who's got an issue now? Lawson running in our dirty air.
But there! Oh dear, that's not what they need.
There's Hulkenberg.
So deployed.
Copy.
And boost.
I still think Valtteri has more pace than Perez today, but just can't get close enough to get the move done. And I don't want to just completely kill Perez's pace just to get him through, because we need to keep pushing.
For Verstappen. Got
Oh,
some
Max
sort
has
of
an issue now.
Oh, my bad. It's dead.
Lindblad's in. He'll get out in front of us as well. And Perez is dropping Lawson, but Valtteri can't close the gap. And engine temps are going up through the roof again.
He has DRS.
And now we've got to worry about Nico Hulkenberg. He just throws it up the inside. Oh, this is a disastrous weekend for us. Where has all our pace gone? We're not normally this slow.
I can't go faster.
This focus is a long race. Low push.
And look at the dirty air effect it's having. Hulkenberg's just gone. He's dropped us already. Oh, how are we going to get both cars into the top 18 tonight? I just don't know. Hulkenberg has pulled out 2 seconds on us since the start of this lap. And now he's about to get past Lawson. I don't even know how we can change the strategy to find additional pace other than going onto a set of mediums at the end,
Copy, guys.
as opposed to another set of hard tyres.
Entire phase update when you can.
Which is definitely viable.
Definitely feel good.
Right, Lawson's into the pits, so we will get past Lawson. That puts us up to 20th.
Charge on.
Another set of soft tyres for Liam Lawson.
Might need to pick up the pace a little bit.
So Albon moves up to 11th, getting past Isaac Hadjar. Max has been taking time out of Russell there, but it'll be close as to who boxes first between those two. Russell boxed several laps before, but has gone on to the mediums. Verstappen went on softs, and now we've got an issue for Hamilton.
Not a vibration.
I'm seeing some ghosting. Have we got DLSS turned on? No, we don't. Okay, it would be a lot worse then if it was turned on. Right, Antonelli's in for his next stop, and again, I think he will get out just in front of us. It'll be a bit tighter with Perez.
And charge button on.
Copy.
We do get ahead of Antonelli. That'll put some pressure on Hulkenberg. Valtteri's now nearly 5 seconds behind. Gasly and Sainz are side by side, swapping places. Gasly pulling a Sainz manoeuvre there, gets the place. Interesting fight this. You know, both cars have been performing well recently. We've got Hadjar right behind the other Williams of Alex Albon, about 4 seconds back down the road. There they are. Hamilton and Norris swapping places. Hamilton going up the inside of Lando. And that move is done. If Lando's tyres are starting to give. New fastest lap for Max Verstappen, a 1:36.7. Gap to George is just over 2 seconds. That's another issue for Antonelli.
Well, yeah, right. It certainly looks like they've developed a fault.
So it won't be a glorious afternoon for Mercedes today. This gives Ferrari and McLaren a chance to close things up. Both of them running with their cars in the top 6, top 7. An issue for Hulkenberg is his gearbox. Yes.
Degrading. Upshift.
That will help us. Not the best of stops there for Charles Leclerc. And Hulkenberg is trying. But we've got the better drive.
Next car in front is Hulkenberg.
Ah, he's still up the inside. Nope, now we shut the door.
Hulkenberg behind.
Here he
with
comes
DRS.
again. And again, Perez able to just shut the door. Let's change Perez's strategy. Let's get the mediums prepped and ready. If we can stretch an extra lap or two, that would be preferable. And maybe with both of these guys having some serious issues with their car now, maybe that will give Valtteri what he needs to be able to move up into 18th place. There he is. Yeah, but this race has not been going well for us at all. Pace just not there. Tyre wear not working in our favour today. Set of hard tyres going on, mediums coming off for Oscar Piastri. Albon's in as well. He's going to get off his mediums. Is he going hards? They will take him to the end. Mediums might, if he's lucky. He's going hard tyres. That's a solid stop. New fastest lap for Arvid Lindblad, 1:36.666. Could say that's a devilishly quick lap.
Okay, copy.
Hulkenberg doesn't have the acceleration to stick the move on us. That's good. Valtteri is slowly chipping away now. Perez is driving a little slower to be defensive.
Okay, go.
Again, Hulkenberg's going to have a look. And again, he does not have the acceleration out of the corners to actually complete the half move. Thanks to that dodgy gearbox. Alonso gets past Colapinto. Alonso back up into 9th place, but still struggling with his car. He's got major issues with his battery.
Okay, copy.
There's quite a few cars that are struggling in some form or another.
Copy.
And Russell is in from the lead. Max is still staying out. So George going for the undercut. What tyres is he throwing on here? It's a set of hard tyres. Norris is back in front of Hamilton again. And George is going to be comfortably clear. So it's going to be a fight between George and Max today. Norris and Hamilton look like they're going to be fighting for third place. Ollie Behrman's running well, though. He's up into fifth place, and he's only 4-ish seconds behind Hamilton. Timing's a little screwed up because of the pit stops. Fighting with Gasly. It's about 5 seconds is the gap. Still, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Ocon boxes from P15. He will once again get out in front of us. Is he going to the end, though, with this, or is he going to make another stop? It looks like hard tyres. Yes, it is. So that will be Ocon to the end. He might come out behind Perez. There goes Perez. And Hulkenberg and Antonelli. He'll get out just in front of Valtteri, though, once again. There is Valtteri. He's still out of position. And Max is in, so just went one lap longer. He's going medium tyres. That's a good stop. That's a very good stop. Is it going to be enough to get past George? This will be tight into turn 1. As Norris comes in, and so does Hamilton. George is just going to get there first. There's George. So mediums for Hamilton. Mediums for Norris. Those two will scrap all the way to the end. They're going to come out just ahead, maybe. Nope, there goes Colapinto. They're going to come out behind Colapinto just ahead of Leclerc, maybe. Leclerc gets in front of Hamilton. Oh, that's bad for Hamilton. Needs to clear his teammate, and quickly. Max's battery gets worse, and that might just seal the race.
Looks like they're carrying some kind of fault.
That may seal the race in George's favour.
Yeah, doing a good job on tyres. Keep it like this.
Where's Valtteri's pace gone again? It's just... He's only a tenth quicker than Perez that lap.
Very happy with your tyre use. Yes, yes.
All right. Hamilton still not past Leclerc. Norris still ahead of Leclerc. When is Charles going to box? Is Charles going to box again? He might be going to the end. Hadjar comes in. That will move him out of the way. Hard tyres to go to the end. Albon gets past Bortoletto. There he goes with DRS as well. And can Lindblad get in front of Isaac? Oh, it's close. He can just. But he will need to stop again. So he's still very much out of position. Let's see. What are my tyres at? 40%. Okay, we can definitely go longer.
So box now, box now.
Yeah, confirm.
Let's box
You need
Valtteri
to push
this
as much
lap.
as you can. Copy that.
See if we can maybe get an undercut as Ocon punches through past Kimi Antonelli. New fastest lap for Max, 136.0. So battery issues or not, he's still pretty
No worries,
quick.
mate.
Sainz and Behrman both in. Let's see where Behrman shakes out, because he has been running very well today. Leclerc and Hamilton still fighting. Norris is gone. He's got past Colapinto. Hamilton's still behind. Gets his nose ahead up the hill. And he's going to get Colapinto as well. So that was a crucial couple of overtakes for Lewis there. Behrman is going to feed out in P12, just ahead of Isaac Hadjar and Arvid Lindblad. There they are. And Sainz is behind Lindblad, so this will give Behrman a bit of breathing space as he tries to push on for points. I forgot to box Valtteri because I'm an idiot.
You're coming in. Copy, box.
And we need full push.
Yeah. Get those tyres temperatures down. Copy. Charge on. Copy.
So we are 17 seconds behind Hadjar. Oof.
And we need to increase lift.
Oh, is that a
across
retirement for Nico
30%.
Hulkenberg?
Gearbox or something.
Yeah, that's his gearbox gone. He will pull into the pits and retire at the end of this lap. And Ocon immediately pounces. Hulkenberg's not going to give the place to him, though, even though he's retiring at the end of this lap. And there we go. Ocon is through now. Now, have I got enough of a gap between my cars here? I hope I have.
Good thing. Boxing.
Lawson coming in from behind us as well. Need a clean stop for Perez, otherwise it's going to hurt Valtteri even more. It's a 2.4 dead.
Fine on pit exit.
2.501. That'll be enough to stay ahead of Lawson.
You're in clear air.
Mediums to the end of the Grand Prix now.
Behind you we have Bottas. Gap to him 1.8. 18 laps to go.
Can we get one more place? There's a chance Antonelli might end up going the same way as Hulkenberg here.
Load push at the moment.
Copy.
Lawson behind is on hard tyres.
So Perez in front of you. He's 5.5 seconds in front. Car behind is Lawson. 1.1 seconds behind.
And that's George Max
So
in the
18
background.
laps to go, including the one you're on.
We are going to get lapped. There's
don't
no
think we need
way
any lift
around
across.
that.
Copy.
They are so much quicker than we are today. Doing my damnedest to stay ahead of Lawson, but I can't shake him.
Lawson with DRS.
I think he just pulled over.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He shaped like he was going to pull over to let George through. George is just coming up the hill now. I don't think we'll get blue flanked by Alonso.
Tyre temps are good.
Copy.
We need to manage these tires, okay?
No management required.
And again, I just can't shake Liam Lawson. Not yet. Lindblad's into the pits. He will comfortably get out in front of us. It's Antonelli that we're hoping to jump.
Lawson
Perez
has
will.
DRS.
I don't know if Valtteri will. Especially if we get blue flagged before he boxes. Staying out another lap. Lindblad out of the pits and into turn one, just as Checo arrives onto the main straight.
Next car is Perez.
137s. At what George did.
Lawson behind you.
Charge on.
Copy.
And we'll need lift off.
Copy.
George is getting closer.
He does have DRS on you.
Right, I think we're now at a point where we should, as long as we don't lose too much time with blue flag, should be able to jump Antonelli if and when he makes another stop. If he doesn't make another stop, I don't know if we'll catch him. I don't think he's going slow enough for us to catch him. Have I finally managed to drop Lawson? Yes. I have finally managed to drop him. Can I pull away from him now? Gasly into the pits. We're getting very close now to Lawson pulling over and letting George through. That might be it happening behind us. We can't see over the hill. Yep, through goes George. He'll get blue flagged again for Max very, very soon. In fact, I think that's happening now. Max side by side into the turn.
Charge on.
Copy.
And they are both through, so we've got some breathing room to Lawson, but Lawson is still close enough to Verstappen, I think, to be able to get a slipstream, if not DRS. That's the detection point. Is he close enough to actually get the DRS? No, he's not. Okay, that helps us a little bit. Still need one more position. Perez was actually slower than Antonelli that lap. Escalation of an issue for Lawson. That might take some pressure off.
The car's definitely not happy. Surely some kind of fault.
Something's wrong with his car. We don't know what it is, but it's now orange. The fight for third is starting to heat up as well. Alonso, Piastri, Norris, Hamilton, all within a couple of seconds of each other. I don't know if Leclerc is going to the end or if he is going to have to stop again. I think he's going to have to stop again, so he'll probably slap on some softs to take him to the end. But that battle is 25 seconds behind Verstappen. It's not going to be anything that's going to trouble us. And we lift.
We need to do more lift and coast. Please increase by 10%.
Copy.
And we lost a huge amount of time there. George gets through. We are so slow through the corner, which means we're about to get lifted for Verstappen, and Lawson's going to be all over us once again. Unless somehow we can stay with Verstappen.
Okay for mode push.
Copy.
Yeah, Lawson's back in range, look. Come on,
We
Valtteri.
don't need to worry about management on these tyres, just push it.
Break the gap. There you go. Lindblad gets past Antonelli. Perez was still a full second slower, though. Bortoletto's into the pits. I didn't get DRS, but neither did Lawson. Crucially.
Go back to doing lift and coast now.
Soft tyres for Bortoletto. He's so far ahead of us. He's going to come out just in front of Lindblad and Antonelli. There they are. Really hope Antonelli needs to stop again, or else our race is in real trouble. As far as the sponsors go, anyway. Evening, Mike.
You need to keep your K1 usage down a bit, otherwise you'll just run out of battery and then you'll just be taken by everybody.
Yeah, copy.
Charge on.
Copy.
Tyre phase update when you can.
General, are you okay?
We are 22 and a half, nearly 23 seconds behind Antonelli with Valtteri. I don't know if he's going to make it or not if Antonelli was to box. I think if we can get in front of him, we can stay in front of him, but it's whether or not we can get in front of him.
Okay, copy.
Let's see if he stops. I've got nothing left really to push with Valtteri. We burnt his battery trying to get him away from Lawson and then ahead of Lawson again after we got blue flagged twice. He stays out. What's his pace? 139. It's not been a good lap for Valtteri. Lawson's pushing to try and close that gap back up.
front tyres.
A little bit of training on the front there.
Perez does a 1:38.2. Valtteri does a 1:38.1. Yeah, Lawson a second quicker than us on that lap. So we are lapping quicker than Antonelli again by a second. Perez is about to get blue flagged for George. Oh, is that the end for Charles Leclerc?
The engine stopped.
And he just went past the pits as well. This, if it is a retirement for Leclerc, it might not be, but if it is, that will save us as far as the sponsors go, as long as we can keep Lawson behind, which I think we can do. There's no smoke. It might just be a fault, a temporary fault with his engine. New fastest lap for Bortoletto, a 1:35.3. And you can see Sainz and Behrman closing in, and Max is into the pits. Max can't go all the way on those tyres. George should be able to. And I think Max is going to comfortably finish in second, but I think it's going to be a distant second. He slaps on a set of soft tyres for the remaining 9 laps. That does mean we're going to get blue flagged again by Verstappen. So it's currently Piastri in 3rd place, ahead of Lando. Alonso now down to 5th. Hamilton has dropped away. Yeah, Max is comfortably clear in 2nd place, and on brand new soft tyres, he's going to be very hard to catch, even with battery issues. Perez, blue flagged. That's why his lap was slower, but he has definitely closed the gap. We've got a yellow flag. Leclerc must have been just a fault.
Let's take a closer look.
As we have a
Let's have
lockup
look
for
as we
Arvid.
go into the 13th corner. Very heavy on the brakes. What caused that, I wonder?
That doesn't really help us in any way, unfortunately. So Leclerc has an issue, but it's not race ending. It's just potentially point ending. Sainz and Behrman trying to find a way through. Gasly's into the pits. Still ahead of Lawson, still not quite able to drop him from DRS. Gasly's comfortably clear of us. There he is. So the gap to Antonelli has come down again. I think he might be going to the end, which means we need a retirement to get both cars into the top 18. I must admit, if I thought someone wasn't going to make it, I thought it would be... That's not the retirement I
And
need.
as far as we can tell, they've got a fault with the car.
I'm already ahead of that car. I would have thought it would have been Perez behind Valtteri today, but Valtteri just has not been able to get going at any point this weekend, really. We gave him a brand new engine, brand new ERS, brand new gearbox. He started from the back of the grid and has just never got going at all. But Perez was at the back of the grid as well. He has just been consistently able to stay ahead. I think our car is so bad in the dirty air that Valtteri's just never had a chance to try and get close. He's slowly actually catching Perez, but very slowly. How are the tyres looking? Might have a little bit of wiggle room for the last lap or two. I need Kimi to box, and he's not going to. Damn it. Taking more time out of him, but there's just not enough laps left. We have a yellow flag. Is that a crash? No, it's Lindblad again.
Right, let's have a look as we go into turn 4. Just a bit too wide at that point, and they'll find themselves at a disadvantage if they keep on doing that.
Moving to Audi to partner up with Bortoletto next year, given that Hulkenberg has announced his retirement. Been a bit of an inglorious end to Hulkenberg's career as Sainz gets past his teammate. The two Williams drivers side by side. Albon goes back through. Ollie Behrman has a great view of this. Hadjar is closing quickly enough to actually challenge for points as well. So Leclerc might finish outside the top 10. Just to completely end his chances. Oh, very wide for Behrman.
And more energy available.
Ah, Antonelli's into the pits. We've been waiting for this. He should come out behind Valtteri. He's going to put on some soft tyres. That's a good stop. Damn it, it's a good stop. Here comes Valtteri. There's Valtteri. Lawson gets through as well, so that will again give us that little bit of a cushion. And will he end up getting blue flagged by Verstappen? He's got enough of a gap at the moment to get those tyres fired up quickly. I think he'll probably be okay. So we are where we need to be now, finally, 17th and 18th. Valtteri has just about dropped Lawson again. Let's stretch that gap.
Mode push.
Understood.
There is Kimi.
What about tyres?
Starting to slide a bit.
You've got enough grip. You've got to do one less lap than you had originally planned as well, because George is just breezing to victory, both in the race and potentially in the championship as well. Max is going to take second, but he's going to lose, and assuming he finishes, but he's going to lose another 8 points to George here tonight. And still, George is without a drive for next season.
And 6 laps to go.
Okay, copy.
Which seems incredible to me, that no one has signed him.
P18. Okay, next come Perez.
I half expected him to go to Ferrari
Lawson is
to replace
2.1
Hamilton.
seconds behind.
But they're bringing Sainz back. Four and a half laps to go. And Antonelli is shaping up for a move on Liam Lawson here. He's got a lot more grip. Ooh, it's close. I thought there was going to be contact for a second then. And he is through.
Copy.
And just a reminder on your eyes.
Copy, mate.
And 5 laps to go.
Copy.
Can we stay ahead? It's going to be really tight. We can hang on for 4 laps.
Charge button on.
Copy.
Bortoletto still has the fastest lap. Surprised Max didn't take it back. But then we do know Max has got some significant battery issues. Hence the reason he's so far behind George. That and the impromptu extra stop. It looks like it's going to be a battle between the McLarens for the final step on the podium. Hamilton's charge disappeared. That big delay in moving back up through the field after his second stop. Alonso was held on for P5. Norris now moves ahead of Piastri. Side by side go the McLarens.
And 4 laps to go.
Copy.
Down to just 3 laps remaining. Piastri fighting back. It's going to give Norris the DRS on the main straight. Oh, Norris is compromised through turn 19 there. But he's got the drive up the hill into Big Red. Doesn't have a look. We are keeping Antonelli at bay. Colapinto and Hadjar about 5 seconds off the back of Leclerc. I think Leclerc might be safe now. His pace seems to have stabilised a little bit. Hadjar seems to be perhaps running out of tyres. He's certainly under pressure from Colapinto. Gasly gets past Bortoletto. Surprised Gasly hasn't been higher, actually. Well, isn't going to finish higher than that. He was looking very pacey earlier on. Maybe he's just running out of tyres.
And 3 laps to go.
And still, Norris is behind Piastri. Hamilton's still behind a very wounded Fernando Alonso. And we are pulling out time on Antonelli, who I think is about to get blue flagged. Yes, he is. There we go. And that has saved us. 2 laps to go, and I don't think Max will catch us in time to make us lift and fall into the clutches of these two. I hope not, anyway. It's not been a good weekend for us, but we are going to just about make our sponsor objectives. And if we're bad here, I don't know how well we're going to do anywhere else this year. I think our glory days are definitely behind us. can't see us repeating our success at places like Baku, Monza, and even to a degree Imola as well. Anywhere in the remaining circuits. Maybe Brazil, if we can get the tyres working properly. We know how hard that one can be on tyres. We could see multiple stops for the AI. As George starts his final lap. There he is, up the hill. There's Perez. There's Bottas. And there in the background is Max. We are going to give everything we've got left on the tyres.
We're okay to push a bit harder if you can.
Just because. A little bit of extra wiggle room on fuel for Valtteri. We pushed his engine temps hard today to try and keep him where he needs to be. This has been a very, very tough race. We've scrapped hard just to get Valtteri into 18th place. I don't know if he could have been better than Perez had he got ahead of him at the start. The fact that Perez got a good start and Valtteri didn't. Combined with the fact that Perez got promoted a couple of places with other cars taking penalties, meant that he was never going to get through in the dirty air. Can we avoid getting blue flagged for Max in the closing corners? I think we can, just about. Russell's about to cross the line. It's coming up to turn 19, the final corner now. Norris has not been able to get through. Hamilton is side by side with Alonso. Are we going to see a late move here? Oh, it's close.
First over the line. And
Win number 7 for
Russell
George.
finishes in first place.
And surely the title is his now.
What an amazing finish to a thrilling race. It's a real testament to their skill and the team's engineering.
Alonso has kept Hamilton at bay.
That's the checkered flag.
Piastri's going to take third. We finished 17th and 18th. We just about meet our sponsor obligations. We do stay ahead of Max at the very end. There's Piastri rounding out the podium. Hamilton still looking close. He's not close enough to have a lunge. So Alonso will take P5. A great drive from Alonso today. Sainz will beat out his teammate. Behrman is going to finish in 9th ahead of Leclerc. Hadjar pushed hard, but it was just a little bit too much of a gap to overcome. Not helped by having to fend off Colapinto as well. So Leclerc will take the final point. But his championship chances are done and dusted. He's dropped another 24 points to George now. That's going to put him over 100 points behind, I think, with just 5 rounds to go.
And among the drivers heading back to their teams, we see Carlos Sainz.
7th place at the end of that one, and some points for the team.
And right now it's the British driver who proudly takes his place on the podium.
It almost feels like it doesn't need saying after a 7th win, but another stunning performance today.
So, ladies and gentlemen, your podium for the United States Grand Prix. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there, though.
And with that, our time in Texas now draws to a close.
We're nearing the end of the season and it's time for some serious heat. Stay with us as Formula One moves to Mexico City.
So then, confirmation of the final result. It is George taking win number 7 to cement his place at the top of the standings. Max in second, losing more ground. Oscar up into third place, ahead of his teammate. So a close battle between the two McLaren drivers for the final step on the podium tonight. Alonso just about managing to keep Lewis behind him. Lewis's pace not great after the initial sort of 5-10 laps or so. It kind of just fell away. Had a few spurts here and there, but just didn't work for him today. And Alonso, magnificent drive with a very wounded car. No battery or no functioning battery, no properly functioning battery for a good chunk, if not most, of that Grand Prix. Great drive for both Williams drivers, up 7 and 8 places respectively. Sainz ahead of Albon, both finishing in the points. Ollie Behrman gets 9th place, Leclerc down into 10th to get the final point. Then it was Isaac Hadjar in 11th. 12th was Colapinto, then Esteban Ocon, Pierre Gasly, Bortoleto, then Lindblad in 16th, Perez 17th, 18th for Valtteri, and it was very hard work getting up to 18th there for Valtteri. Not a good weekend for Kimi Antonelli, down 15 places to finish 19th. Lawson in 20th. 2 retirements. Nico Hulkenberg's gearbox giving up, and Yuki Tsunoda losing control of the car at the exit of turn 18 and just spinning straight into the barrier, bringing out the VSC. So let's see what that has done to the driver standings. George now sitting top with 331 points. It's 7 points he's pulled out on Max today, not 8. Max now on 265. That puts him, trying to do some quick mental maths here, 66 points behind with 125 points remaining. Charles Leclerc now is 110 points behind George Russell. His title chance is all but completely done. It's not mathematically impossible yet, but it's as good as done. And Piastri is putting him under pressure for third now, 215. He's just 6 points behind Leclerc. Sainz in 5th place on 173. Lando Norris, the reigning world champion, hasn't really had a particularly good season. He's sitting in 6th place. He is 11 points behind Sainz and just 5 points ahead of Hamilton. Then it's Antonelli on 135 points. No points for him today. And with Alonso finishing 5th, he scored 10 and is now just 6 points behind Kimi. Albon moves back up into the top 10 onto 90 points, tied with Gasly, but he's been a more consistent scorer. Yuki Tsunoda in 12th place has 64 points, and it's Valtteri with 27, 1 point ahead of Isaac on 26. Hulkenberg has 15, Colapinto 12, 10 points for Liam Lawson. Behrman with his 2 points today moves at 2 places, jumping his teammate and Sergio Perez up into 18th place. Ocon on 4 points, Perez on 3. Bortoleto has 1, and still yet to score Arvid Lindblad in 22nd. As far as the constructor standings go, it is 25 points for Mercedes today, just 9 points for Ferrari. 27 points for McLaren means that they've closed that gap up significantly. Mercedes have a very, very healthy margin at the top of the standings. They are on 88 points, an 88-point lead over Ferrari. Ferrari just 1 point ahead of McLaren. Then it's a bit of a gap back to Red Bull. They're on 291. Williams still trying to put them under pressure, but losing a little bit more ground again today. They're on 263. Aston up to 193. They picked up 10 points today as well. No points for Alpine. They stay on 102. We still have 30 points in 8th place. Audi still has 16. 10 for Racing Bulls. But Haas closing the gap again. They're just 1 point behind on 11th place with just 9 points. 1 off Racing Bulls. As far as the pit stops go, we did not get anywhere close today. Our best stop for Valtteri was a 2.50. A 2.399 for Perez, his second stop. Not horrendous, but just not close enough. A good 700ths away from Antonelli's stop there. McLaren take the quickest stop ahead of Aston Martin. Mercedes in 3rd and 10th. Ferrari 4th. Red Bull 5th. Williams 6th. Haas 7th and 8th. Alpine 9th. And so the standings now look like this. 392 points for McLaren. They've outscored Red Bull by 15 today. Opened up a 40-point gap at the top. Big difference from Red Bull to Ferrari. They're on 221. So they are 131 points behind. And Mercedes, moving above Racing Bulls, are now just 4 points behind Ferrari. Racing Bulls, no points for them this weekend. They stay on 202, 15 points behind Mercedes, but comfortable from Alpine. They're on 160. Audi have 114. Aston tying them up on 114. Let's see, Audi's best stop to 2.26. Aston's a 2.21. But I think Audi have just been a bit more consistent, maybe, with their quick stops. I don't know. I'm not sure how the ranking has worked out here. You would think, given the fastest pit stop between the two teams is actually Aston, you would expect them to be in 7th, but they are 8th. We have 53 points in 9th. Williams now just 2 points behind us, so we might yet slip down to 10th place. Haas also closing the gap down as well. They're up to 43 points now. So getting a little bit tight at the bottom of the standings with 5 rounds to go. Both drivers achieve their sponsor targets, so we get some much needed cash added to our bank balance. Let's get back and start prepping for Mexico. So we have some parts that need to be replaced. Never like to see a red exclamation point on the car. The ATR period is here, and we can't afford, oh no, we can just afford to start the suspension project, but only that. Let's have a look at the post-race data, see how bad the cars are. Double rear wing failure and an underfloor failure as well. Yeah, running out of parts again. Let's fix the cars up. That's both of our spare rear wings gone. And we're going to need another underfloor here. And we just don't have one available when that one goes at the moment. Oh, dear, oh dear. How much is that going to cost? 400,000. Okay, I can afford to make one. I just won't have it in time for Mexico, but I will have it in time for Brazil, which is the important thing. So that when Valtteri's goes after Brazil, we can after Mexico, we can swap it out, put the new one on for Brazil. Just have to hope we don't break anything else. Medium risk on the front wing, but we have a couple of spares there. And then it's just that, so hopefully we're okay. At least for the next couple of weeks, anyway. These next couple of races. Let's get that suspension project done so that we can complete our major research projects for the season, ready for next year. So we can take down the drag, take down the airflow. We need to really push the downforce on the low. I want to keep my tyre wear stat gain nice as well. .5% gain. Okay, hopefully that will be enough of a gain here. That will take us towards the end of November. There we go. That project is locked in. Rat of money again. We've got just $136,000. And we arrive ready for Mexico. Before we have a look at the emails, let's take a quick look at what the board thought of that. They're probably going to be disappointed. Yes, they are. It's the downside to having races where you get great results is that when you have a more expected result, it actually goes against you. Disappointing is the verdict from the board. On the bright side, though, we are still doing very well as far as the season goes. Still ahead of our target, just 30 points scored. We've scored points in 6 Grand Prix this year, which I really did not expect. Let's take a look at the forecast for Mexico. Not expecting rain. Going to be cold, though. Oh, that could make tyres an issue. That could very much make tyres an issue. Trying to keep them in the window. What's the actual weather forecast? 19, 19, and 17. Yeah, that is low temperatures. Interesting. The sun will be out, though, so that should hopefully help keep the track temperature up a bit. I guess we'll find out on Monday when we come back for round 20. These are the current standings then. George and Mercedes both top of their respective championships. Max in second, Charles in third, just still in the drivers. Ferrari ahead of McLaren by just a point in the constructors. It's getting very, very tasty. Has George been able to get a contract with just 5 rounds of the championship to go? Let's have a look. No. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. He's not out he's out of contract in 2028. There's me thinking. He's out of contract at the end of the season. He's still got 2 more years on his deal. Okay, that's why I couldn't see anyone going into the new the new season. So yeah, I can't believe I didn't pick up on that. I feel very stupid for that. We are negotiating with Hamilton to see if we can sign him for next year. He will probably bankrupt us if we do sign him, but I'm hoping that with the steps that we're going to take with the car and having a truly world-class driver in the car means that we could get some really decent results. And he would certainly help with marketability to entice some better class of sponsors for next year as well. And that would then have Perez and Ricciardo in reserve roles. So we'll probably end up binning off Fittipaldi. There'll be no need for him. But it would be reuniting Mercedes' most successful partnership of Valtteri and Lewis. And I say that maybe not necessarily in terms of results, but certainly in terms of harmony in the garage. It was a very, very contentious relationship between Hamilton and Rosberg. So, yeah, that's if he agrees to sign. We have offered Perez a reserve role. He's still got 1 year left on his deal. We've offered him a 2-year deal as a reserve role to start next season to buy him out of his existing contract without incurring a penalty. But it will be a very expensive reserve role, unfortunately. But cheaper than leaving him in the seat. I don't know if he'll go for that or not. And it's kind of dependent on whether Hamilton agrees to sign for us as well. So if Hamilton doesn't, then we'll probably end up having to keep Perez in the seat. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. We will find out at some point next week when we come back. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's race. If you have, a thumbs up would be much appreciated. If you are not yet subscribed, then why not consider hitting that subscribe button as well? And be sure to hit the bell to be notified when I do drop another video or go live on the channel. There's more Jurassic World Evolution 3 to come. Another part went live earlier today. There will be another part tomorrow. And then I will do a live stream. actually, no, I'll do a live stream tomorrow, and then I'll drop another part on Sunday from our series, so that you know, you don't have to choose between the live stream or the Formula One race in Mexico. And then I will also pop in a little bit of rolling line in maybe about half an hour or so, and that will just be a short stream just to update you on the progress that I've been making on the layout. Not loaded it up for a couple of days. I've been very busy with Jurassic World and playing a bit of Starship Troopers on the PC as well, but I have made quite a bit of progress since the last video, so or the last stream, so I'll go through that with you. And then I'll be back on Monday at the usual time, 8 PM, for round 20 as we head to Mexico. No. Yeah, 20. Round 20. We head to Mexico. The middle race of our triple header. Tuesday will be Brazil. Wednesday will be Vegas. Thursday will be Qatar. Friday, the season-ending race at Abu Dhabi. So hopefully I will see you all next week. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.